reference later. Okay. All right. I have a very good visual to help you guys look at balancing. Let me just do that. Open that one moment. I'll send you guys a link to the simulation also. It's very, very good. So they have exercises also. So you can see it here. The same equation is here. Nitrogen plus hydrogen gives ammonia. Abhi there's 0 N2, 0 H2 and 0 NH3. So kuch bhi nahi hai, everything is 0. Abhi our skeletal, according to skeletal equation, I have, if I didn't write anything before N2, H2, NH3, it means that I have one molecule of each. It's similar to what you guys do in math. If I write X, this is basically 1 into X, 1 times X, right? So similarly, if there's nothing, if I just write N2 plus H2, it means that I have 1 molecule of nitrogen and 1 molecule of hydrogen. Now you can see that it's not balanced here. Like this needs to be perfectly straight for it to be balanced. Let's look at nitrogen first. Abhi nitrogen ko balance karne ke liye, which side has lesser number of nitrogens, LHS or RHS?
LHS.
LHS.
Lesser number. Lesser number of
RHS.
RHS is 1, LHS is 2.
right, yes. तो अभी equal करने के लिए where should we add more nitrogen?
RHS.
Correct. Okay, so that is why you multiply only the RHS, ammonia molecule, by another one, multiplied by 2. So if I have 2 molecules of ammonia, 1 atom from the first molecule and the second atom from the second molecule. So now nitrogen to equalize ho gaya. But law of conservation of mass matlab sare masses should be equalized. So now what about hydrogen?
Ma'am, we have to take 3 times H2.
Why 3 times H2?
Mass because
Then
in
RHS is
one
there,
time we have
RHS
H2.
RHS is 3.
So H2 into 3, H6.
Correct. So LHS में total हमारे पास 6 hydrogens है. So each molecule of ammonia has 3 atoms of hydrogen. ऐसे हमने 2 molecules लिए. So total of 2 into 3, 6 atoms of hydrogens we have. 3 plus 3, 3 into 2. Now on LHS we have 2 atoms. So if we have to make this also 3 atoms, already we have 2 multiplied by 3, 2 into 3 we will get 6. So now both sides we have 6, 6 each. So now this is a balanced equation. Okay.
Okay.
So Anirban, Dhruv, Aditya, guys got the hang of it?
Yes, ma'am. Can I give one more?
Definitely. So
Yes,
this, do you guys want to see a visual for the second one, or do you want to give it a try first on your own and then see the solution?
First a try.
On my own.
Try? Okay. So I'll give you unbalanced equation. This is separation of water. Water is H2O. We're separating into hydrogen and oxygen. So this is your initial equation. H2O gives H2 plus O2. Now balance it. Balance it and send me the answer. And yeah, so based on how you guys do it, we'll look at the solution. Puneet, yes, correct. Before sending it, like at least for the first time you're practicing this chapter, I want you guys to do a quick check, like do a quick tally of hydrogens kitne hai, oxygens kitne hai. Once you are sure that it's balanced, then send your answer. Okay. Vasudha got it. Netri, don't change the equation. Look at what is there on the screen. Abir, yes, correct. Neki, correct. Jasmine, correct. Mansi, wow, that's a long arrow. But yeah, you're correct. Tanisha is correct. Aditya, this like very good. I mean, not good. You did the wrong thing, but that's a very good point that you need to know. Whenever you're multiplying multiplying the like increasing the number on this side means that you're increasing the number of molecules. You should not change the formula itself. Okay, H4O2 doesn't mean anything. Don't change the formula. Subscript बिल्कुल भी नहीं change नहीं होना चाहिए. Okay, so do it the correct way and send it. Rishita is right. Elena is right. Aditya Rane is right. Netri, yeah. Netri, I told you, right? Don't use equal to. Abhishek Trivedi, you also don't use equal to. Your balancing is right, but when you're typing, type hyphen and वो greater than less than वाला symbol. वो arrow जैसे दिख जाएगा. Bhavika is right. Anirban and Devya, I want answer from you guys. Yeah. Jaden, has it gotten better or is there still lag for you? Yes, Jaden, I did. You mentioned that you had some network issues, right? Am I audible now? It is lagging. Oh. Okay. At least, yeah, the session is getting recorded, so you can follow it there. Anirban, check the like don't change the equation itself. No. See what you can do on the screen. You can't change the formula H2O. So this should remain as it is. You can't change H2. You can't change O2. The only thing you can do is change the number before it. This part is the only thing you can change. All of these remain constant. So don't change the equation. Dhruv is correct. Divya, check the number of hydrogens. That part is not balanced. It's not completely balanced. Like even the oxygens are not balanced completely. So balancing main rules to follow are: one, do not change the formula. Like H2O अगर है तो H2O ही रहना चाहिए. Don't change the equation at all. Rule number 2 is the only thing you can change are the numbers before the formula. So you're multiplying those many number of molecules. And rule number 3 is every single atom, number of atoms on LHS should be equal to number of atoms on RHS. Anirban, your oxygens are balanced, but hydrogens are not. So check what you can do to balance hydrogen. Divya. Divya, are you there?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll do it with you. All right. So now this equation, if you just take H2O gives H2 plus O2, what do you observe? Like what is balanced, what is not balanced?
Yeah, the hydrogen is not.
Hydrogen is balanced or not balanced?
No, it's not.
Why is it not balanced?
Like in the other diagram, there are 2 hydrogen molecules.
2 hydrogen molecules kaise hai? Here you have 2 atoms of hydrogen, H2O mein. You have 2 of these white circles. Here also you have 2 atoms of hydrogen. two of these white circles. So equal to है two atoms का whatever account on LHS is equal to two atoms on RHS. So the one that's not balanced is oxygen, because LHS may there's only one atom of oxygen, the orange one. That's what is represented here. And RHS may there's two atoms of oxygen, O2. So 1 and 2, that's what is written here. So that's how you figure out कि क्या हो रहा है, क्या है situation. So यहाँ पे oxygen is the one that's not balanced. So Divya, if you have to balance oxygen, what will you do?
Decrease it, ma'am, because one is extra.
Decrease, unfortunately, is not possible because you can't destroy atoms. But you can increase. Increasing the number of atoms or molecules, matlab you're just gonna put more of water or more of oxygen. Okay. So if like you can't decrease because you can't destroy oxygen, you can't like split this into half, no? So that is not possible. So if you have to equalize it, how will you do it? Like what will you increase? What will you do here?
Ma'am, we can we can increase the hydrogen molecules into two more, and then it can be.
If I increase hydrogen to two more, that will end up not balancing hydrogen, but मेरा oxygen का कुछ नहीं हुआ ना. So अगर oxygen को balance करना है तो what should I increase? Puneet got it, Netri also got it. Like everybody who was able to balance this equation got it. Divya, the answer is very simple. If like oxygen को manipulate करना मतलब either do something to this O2 or do something to H2O. Now, if I do something to O2, like obviously I can't remove oxygen because it needs to be there. So if I keep on increasing it, my RHS will keep increasing. Right? So what should I do?
So you can increase the H2O.
H2O. It is purely common sense and logic, Divya. Just think about it. Like it's like, do you enjoy doing math?
Yes.
So think of it like a math problem only. You can only multiply individual things, and your aim is to make number of atoms on LHS is equal to number of atoms on RHS. So using these two rules, you have to manipulate this here. Okay. All right. So initially, let's say, okay, oxygen balance nahi tha, so we increase the number of H2O, abhi oxygen balance ho gaya. But that leads to hydrogen not being balanced. So Anirban, this is where you have gotten stuck. Because you balanced oxygen, abhi oxygen to balance ho gaya. Now, how will you balance the hydrogen, Anirban?
Ma'am, we will add hydrogen.
Can you repeat that? You'll make?
We will add hydrogen.
Right. Add hydrogen. If you make it 2H2O, ye balance ho gaya. So total of 4 atoms of H2O, 2 into 2, 2 into 2, and 2 atoms of oxygen, 2 into 1 and 1 into 2. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yeah, Netri?
I had a doubt that right now, as you said me, that if it's given as H2O plus H2 equal to H2 plus O2, so we'll have to write it in the same sequence. Like if we write it H2 plus O2 equal to H2O and then balance the equation, our marks will get cut in exam, right?
Yes. क्योंकि equation ही change हो गया ना. On like here, what you're doing is you are separating, like splitting hydrogen water into hydrogen and oxygen. If you turn it the other way around, that is
We'll
creating
add
water.
hydrogen and oxygen to
Yeah,
make water. Okay.
yeah. Yeah. So the reaction itself changed. So in that aspect, this is different from math, that like you can't just interchange LHS and RHS. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So that's why you use the arrow. Equal to matlab, like this is not like addition problem. यहाँ पे you're literally showing
Yeah.
that पानी से ये आ रहा है. That's why the arrow is always pointed this way.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Cool. One more. Third reaction. CH4 plus O2. This is combustion of methane. Like if you're burning methane gas, this is what you get. You get carbon dioxide and water. To start with, obviously, basic skeletal equation mein you have one molecule of each. Now, balance. Okay, I'll give you guys a technique to balancing as the reaction gets a little more complicated. First, look at all atoms other than hydrogen and oxygen. So other than hydrogen, oxygen, agar kuch hai, to see whether it is balanced or not. In this case, it's carbon. That's balanced, equal, 1 and 1. Khatam. Once you're done balancing that, then look at oxygen. And then after that, look at hydrogen. And after each step, sometimes it happens that ye to balance ho gaya, but to balance oxygen, you change some numbers and this falls out of balance. So with each step, you need to keep revisiting it. Like whenever something goes out of balance, revisit it, like ensure that, you know, that thing gets balanced. Okay, answers have started coming. Let's see. Puneet. 4, 4. Yes. Puneet, right. Netri, right. Vasudha, correct. Mansi, correct. Tanisha, correct. Elena is correct. Dhruv, got it. Jasmine, got it. Abir, got it. Neki, got it. Dhruv, we already sent it, no? Anyway, you were right. Rishita is correct. I think वहाँ पे typo. Aditya, what's up? You have your hand raised.
No, miss, it was fancy in the last one.
Okay. ठीक है, अभी ये solve करके भेजो.
Maps, I have sent it.
Oh, again, I think Aditya, there's a lag. अभी तक आया नहीं. So.
Okay, I'm gonna send it.
Aditya Rane has sent it. Correct. So I'm yet to receive from Abhishek Trivedi. Abir has sent it. Aditya, you said you sent it. Amey hasn't sent it. Anirban, I think you're working it out. Bhavika, I haven't received it. Divya, send this, like work this out and send it. Elena, I think, has sent it. No? Bhavika, I received it. Absolutely right, Bhavika. You don't have to mention the 1 over there. Now, because this is a software, yahan pe like 1 to hona chahiye, but otherwise. Anirban, your hydrogen is not balanced. So I think you started off in a wrong place. Like to balance hydrogen, you multiply it. So every time you multiply a particular molecule by 2 or 3 or whatever number, no, see if your intention, like whatever you intended to balance, has balanced or not. Abhishek Trivedi sent it correct. Ryan, I have not received any answer from you, Ryan. Are you following? Are you there? Yeah? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Ryan, like, are you balancing the equations? Are you getting it?
Yes, ma'am.
So send your answer, no? I need to know if you've gotten it or not. Sarah, I received a previous answer of yours. This I'm yet to get. Oh, I just got it. Yeah, I just got it. Just as I was saying it, I received it. Yeah, you're right. Correct. Okay. Anirban, can you let me know where you're stuck? What is happening? Oh, you
Let's
sent
open
me.
this.
That's not. Again, like, you just increased everything by 2. That is, again, putting it out of balance, no? Aditya, what you sent is correct. You got it. Okay. So Anirban, what will you start off balancing first?
Hydrogen.
Okay. In order to balance hydrogen, what do you need to do?
Now we will add hydrogen.
To which, like, what molecule are you going to increase?
H2O.
H2O, correct. So, sorry, yes. Okay. Now carbon is balanced, hydrogen is balanced, oxygen is not balanced.
Oxygen.
So to
We
balance
will add-
oxygen, what will you do?
We will decrease oxygen.
Decrease it from where?
O2.
अगर O2 तो सिंगल ही है ना, I can't decrease it, नहीं तो ये equation नहीं होगा. Oxygen needs to be there for this equation to happen.
Okay. We will add 2 more oxygen. O2.
हाँ. So you will add one more to make it O2. So Divya,
Yes.
you got the hang of balancing, Divya. This is correct. So your final thing is going to be CH4 plus 2O2 gives CO2 plus 2H2O. That will be the final answer. Okay. So this particular simulation, it has these 3. You can play around with it. I'll send you the link for this particular thing. Apart from that, it has a game mode. You can use this for practice. Obviously, level 1 is easy. N2 plus O2 gives N2O. Okay, balance this. I think This is your equation. N2 plus O2 gives N2O. Obviously, minimum 111 molecule will be there. Now, how will you balance it? Netri, no, not correct. Oxygen balance में नहीं है. Puneet got it, yes. Neki got it. Rishita, it's incomplete. Oh my God, so many of you are answering. Elena is correct. Abir is correct. Aditya Rane is correct. Dhruv is correct. Mansi is correct. Abhishek is correct. Jasmine is correct. Vasudha is correct. Tanisha is correct. Good job, you guys. Well done. It was fast. Rest of you also quickly send it.
Ma'am,
Mm.
I didn't understand. Like I checked. I don't know where am I going wrong.
Okay. One moment. Huh? Anirban, correct. See, now we're getting the hang of it. Rishita is correct. Netri, so
Yes,
in your
ma'am.
case, oxygen. Oh, I'm sorry. You are right. No, wait. That is Dhruv's answer. Wait. Let me check your answer. Let me scroll up. Oh, you are right. You're actually right. I'm so sorry. I think I read it wrong. You're
Okay,
right.
ma'am.
Yeah.
It's okay, ma'am. No problem.
Aditya Mundra, your answer is correct. So I have not received answer from Snehal. You haven't sent it, no? Bhavika, check the number of nitrogen. Tanisha, you want to do level 3? Of course you can. I think you guys can. But I just want to ensure that all of you are able to do it.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, I just wanted to ask that in the first question I answered, the
Mhm.
problem was that I didn't just replace the sub part, right?
The subscript,
H3,
niche wala. Yeah.
yeah, subscript.
Mm.
Okay. That was the only problem, nothing else. Right?
I mean, it was balanced. The number of atoms was matching, but that is a very big problem because if you change the number over here, the compound itself changes. So that's something that you absolutely cannot do. Yeah. Bhavika, you've corrected it. You got it. Ryan and Ame, what's up, you guys? Like, you're not like asking any questions if you're stuck. You're not sending me the answer also. I don't know where are you, like whether you are getting it or not. Snehal also, I've not heard from.
Send answer.
Sent it? Where? Wait. Aditya, Rishta, Anirban, Tanisha, Jasmine. Oh, have not received it, Snehal. Pelaka, like one of a few questions I've received it. The last two ones I have not. Maybe it's a lag in the network. Okay, this is not. All right. Divya, are you doing this one? You got the previous one? Do this.
Yes, ma'am, I have written it. Must be some. I'll rewrite. It is showing it is
Yeah.
not reaped.
Oh. नहीं, CH4 का आंसर है. This one nitrogen oxygen इस equation का आया नहीं है. Previous one I got. Okay. So the only way to perfect balancing is with loads and loads of practice. So without practice, you won't be able to do it. So what I'll do is, Devi, I got your answer and it is correct. Now we got the hang of it. You're able to do it. Good. So what I'll do is, we'll go forward. We'll discuss the types of reactions and uske baad, like when we do types of reactions, obviously we'll write a lot of chemical equations, right? I'll make you guys balance those chemical equations. Okay. So abhi ke liye, I'll just start doing this. But when it comes to balancing, do you guys feel like, okay, now I've gotten it, like you've understood why you're balancing and what is the logic behind balancing and all of that? Whoever had a doubt pehle, like whoever was not confident pehle, now do you feel like you've reached a certain place?
Yes, ma'am.
Divya, Anirban, Adit. Was it Aditya? Abhishek, one of you guys. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So now coming to the different types of reactions. I know a few of you like Vasudha and yesterday also Abir, you guys mentioned that exam ke liye pura chapter nahi aa raha hai, but still at some point you're going to get the whole chapter, right? It makes sense to study the whole thing together in one go rather than, you know, stopping in between. So we'll do the whole chapter now. Okay. All right. So again, 9th May you guys had diversity chapter. Abhi bhi you'll have periodic classification. So the best way to study anything is to just categorize it in different types. So that way, if you study about one thing, you'll get to know about all of the things of the same type. So yeah, reactions also you classify it into certain types because they have common things. Like classification, you can do it based on many different factors. Based on energy changes, किस तरह का energy changes हो रहा है, they're classified as exothermic reactions and endothermic reactions. So what do you mean by exothermic reaction?
Exo means exiting of
It's
something.
giving out heat
Very good.
or energy.
Releasing of
Heat is released.
Correct. So exothermic. Exo, as Netri said, absolutely. It's like exiting. Therm, wherever you get this word THERM, it is heat related. That's why you have thermometer, right? Thermos flask. So exothermic is wherever you have heat energy exiting it out. So reactions in which heat energy is released or liberated, they are exothermic reactions. Similarly, so what would be endothermic?
entering
A
of-
reaction in which
Absorbing the
heat
heat
is
energy.
used to
absorbed.
produce new products.
Very good. Yes. So one way to put it is heat is used up by the reaction for the reaction to take place. Or in other words, if you look at it from an outsider's perspective, the reaction is absorbing heat. So the reaction in which heat is absorbed, that is called an endothermic reaction. Cool. So we'll
Do we have to write
discuss-
anything?
Not right now. So I'll discuss the examples, right? So then you write all of that. Now, based on the reactants and products, like if you observe the pattern of what is happening to reactants and products, there are 4 types of reactions. Yeah, you have combination, you have decomposition, you have single displacement, and you have double displacement. Ritvik, I didn't see you earlier. You joined Abhi kya?
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
What happened?
Kind of forgot today was class.
Oh, like listen, like look at the schedule and mark those particular days of the week. Okay, so 3 to 5 hamesha class hoga. Just mark it
Sorry,
on
ma'am.
the calendar, put it on your desk. Yeah, or at least be active on WhatsApp. No, like message to aayega hi whenever there's a class. Okay. All right. So types of reactions, you have combination, you have decomposition, you have single displacement, you have double displacement. We'll figure what happens in each of these cases. I've put oxidation and reduction under this category, but oxidation reduction is a category of its own. So,
Ma'am.
Yeah, Aditya.
Ma'am, isn't it oxidation density?
No, reduction hai. Rancidity is a completely different process itself.
It is based on oxidation, but different thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an application or a
Oh,
case
yeah.
of oxidation. Yeah. Okay,
Got
so oxidation and reduction is by looking at the movement of electrons. Ki electrons kidhar ja raha hai, kaise ho raha hai, you will find oxidation or reduction happening in a reaction. Okay. The first set of reactions are exothermic, endothermic. Write down the definitions of exothermic and endothermic. So write it down in your notes. So types of reactions, I want you guys to make notes because the most common questions you'll be asked are to define or identify the types of reactions. So definitions aana chahiye and you guys need to know how to identify them. So today we'll do all of the theory, we'll discuss the definitions, we'll discuss a couple of examples. Tomorrow we'll spend completely on answering questions. So we'll come across different reactions and you guys will figure what category it would be. Okay. So let me know once you're done noting it down. In the meantime, just gonna take attendance. Jasmine is done. Good, good. Mansi is also done. Vasudha is done. So once you're done, I can proceed. I can go ahead. Anirban is done. I'm assuming you're done, or do you have a doubt, Anirban?
I'm done.
Okay. Ryan noted. Okay. Netri, Bhavika, Raghav, Aditya, Abhishek. Okay. Both the Aditya. Aditya Mundra,
So
Aditya
do we
Rani.
have to raise our hand after we're done? Or?
Either or. As long as you let me know, however, whatever way you let me know. Rishita is asking, if something burns in air, then what do we need to write above the arrow? You don't have to write anything above the arrow.
We have to add oxygen.
Yeah.
Right?
Burns in air,
The
matlab, yeah, it is
reactants.
correct. Burns in air, matlab, what you need to take away, understand from it is that it's reacting with oxygen in air. Dev, we are done. Ame done. Okay, Nikki also is done. Okay, I lost track. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, majority of you are done. I think about 4 or 5 people may have not responded. All right, so going ahead. Anyway, this PPT, I'll share it by the end of this class, so you can refer to it. So how do you identify if a reaction is exothermic or endothermic? So these are the, yeah, Puneet, what's up?
No, ma'am, not that.
Okay.
Not for trace chemistry.
So these are like the context clues that you can get, hints from the question or the reaction statement to figure out if a particular reaction is exothermic or endothermic. So if you observe that the temperature of the reaction rises, like even in real life, if you need to know if a particular reaction is exothermic, if you observe that the temperature of the reaction vessel rises, that temperature rising ka matlab kya hai? Like, why will any temperature
Heat
rise?
is given.
Because gas is
Out.
going out, it's coming out.
Netri, no, like from your brain, no, just separate out gas and temperature, dono. So gas can be liberated without changes in temperature also. Okay. So heat, like if the vessel starts feeling hot, temperature rises only if heat energy is given out. And heat energy can be given out without gases forming also. Like just separate both of them. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So temperature
Ma'am?
rises because energy is given out. Yeah, Nikki?
These conditions we have to see while doing the experiment, right? We
Yeah.
can't determine an exothermic or endothermic reaction by just the equation,
No,
right?
not from the equation. So these are the conditions you need to look out for. Like in real life, stick a thermometer in there, you see that the temperature rises, then it's exothermic. If you start seeing flame, like then if you have like both heat and light or just light, that's also exothermic, because these are all forms of energy, right? Heat energy, light energy, all of these. So that indicates that, energy is given out. And in question, like suppose you have a case study, and in the reaction description, if you notice that, temperature before the reaction was 35 degrees Celsius, and after the reaction, the reading showed 65 degrees Celsius. Temperature increase, that's an indication that, whatever reaction happened, that was exothermic. So these are like the context clues, be it in questions or in real life activities, you need to look out for to identify exothermic reactions. Raghav is asking, we can identify exothermic by sound also, right? Sound, yeah, absolutely. Why not? Like, yeah, explosions. If a boom is accompanied, that would happen because, yeah, sure. Sound is a form of energy. Yeah, if a reaction is violent, like if it is loud, then that's also a form of exothermic. Crackling sound, yeah, absolutely. Hydrogen ka pop sound, yeah, that's exothermic. Although it's kind of rare, like there's one reaction with vanadium or Scandinavium. So that's one reaction that gives out sound. And mostly others are just combustion reactions. When something burns, hydrogen burns, you get a sound. Although to get a sound from a reaction, you need a few more conditions to be there. Like if it is happening in a tiny space and that explodes, that gives a boom sound. But yeah. Endothermic, in contrast, if you see that the temperature of the reaction vessel or the reaction mixture also falls, and that's endothermic reaction. And in endothermic reaction, like energy can be absorbed. Energy absorbed is provided as heat, light, or electricity. So either you provide it in the form of heat. If the reaction mixture absorbs heat on its own from the surroundings, you will see that the temperature of the reaction vessel falls. Otherwise, you will need to manually provide it. Like heat is a form of energy that you're providing. Like if you need to heat something for the reaction to take place, that's endothermic. Light, like if a reaction takes place only the presence of light, and in darkness, it's not going to happen. And that's endothermic because it's absorbing that light energy. Or you might need to provide electricity for that reaction to happen. The forms of endothermic reaction. Yeah, Netri?
Ma'am, what if the temperature remains the same?
Mm-hmm.
Then would it be exothermic or endothermic?
Neither actually. Like if the temperature remains the same and you're not doing anything else, like you're not heating it, you're not like lighting it or something, then it's neither. See,
Okay.
this is not like a either or situation. Like you observe what is happening in the reaction, and based on the energy changes, energy can be released or it is absorbed, like overall net amount of energy.
Okay.
So based on that, you're classifying it. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
in class while doing exothermic or endothermic,
Hmm.
as one of their example, ma'am had told digestion.
I am coming to that. Just give me 5 minutes, Nikki.
Yes.
Yeah. So example of exothermic is combustion. This is pretty obvious. You can see the energy given out in the form of heat and light. And exothermic, another reaction, this is important for your syllabus, is slaking of lime. So now, one disclaimer, chemistry may, whenever you come across lime, don't think of your fridge mein nimbu, that's lemon. Okay. So in chemistry, especially in the first 2-3 chapters, if you come across lime, it represents something of calcium. So calcium compounds are usually like, lime is like the Latin name for calcium, sort of. So lime itself, quicklime, is calcium oxide, CaO. Slaked lime or lime water is when quicklime is dissolved in water, that's CaOH twice, calcium hydroxide. Limestone is basically a calcium compound that looks like stone, so that's calcium carbonate, your marble or chalk piece. Okay. So whenever you come across common name lime, then that relates to calcium. Lime matlab relates to calcium. It's a calcium compound. So quicklime is calcium oxide. Slaked lime, or also called lime water, is calcium hydroxide. And limestone is calcium carbonate. If you want, you can make a note of it. So MCQ में आ सकता है, like, what is the common name for calcium oxide? Or what is the chemical name of quicklime? That way. Okay. So quicklime, calcium oxide, it's basically your tuna. It's slightly off-white in color, not pure white, but yeah, slightly kind of a faded white in color. And it's icky to touch. So when that is dissolved in water, it gives something called slaked lime. So that's why this process is called slaking of lime. Lime ko slake kar rahe ho, milega slaked lime. What you're doing is slaking of lime. So this reaction is
Ma'am?
exothermic. Yeah, Puneet?
Miss, calcium carbonate, what was it? Apart from
Limestone.
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 Okay.
So limestone ke different forms that you might come across is, you have chalk, marble is limestone with some impurities. Yeah, these are like the two main things. And limestone will be as limestone only, like some mineral. Yeah. Similarly, like just like how lime relates to calcium, whenever you come across soda, that relates to sodium. So baking soda is a sodium compound. Caustic soda is a sodium compound, that way. Soda lime is a mixture of sodium compound and calcium ka compound, that way. Little things will give you clues, figure things out. All right, so coming to slaking of lime, when you mix calcium oxide with water, you get slaked lime calcium hydroxide, also called lime water. This reaction is exothermic. The mixture literally starts boiling because of all the heat that's released. And this is an important reaction because it's used in construction. So to make mortar, which is plaster and cement, like construction may use a lot of tuna to make this thing. Like you make calcium hydroxide and then you add your sand and you do the processing. Okay, so I'll show you the reaction. So this playlist I'll share with you guys today. So pani hai, and these are like blocks of calcium oxide or quicklime. So can you see what's happening here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
The water is
That's
boiling.
why we can't be touch it with bare hands.
Yeah. Also, usually bases like sodium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, just like acids, bases also are like they hurt your skin, they harm your skin. So you shouldn't touch them with bare hands, even like in the dry state. And of course, you can't put your hand in that, you're going to burn your hand because of this really solid like exothermic reaction. Okay. So that's exothermic reaction. Oh, this thing got started. All right. So you have the equation here. You have quicklime. You're mixing it with water. So CaO plus H2O gives CaOH twice, which is slaked lime or calcium hydroxide, lime water. Can you balance this equation?
It's
You know,
Ma'am, it's
balanced.
already balanced.
Pakka?
Ma'am, it's already
Ma'am,
balanced.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Good.
Yes, miss. It's already
Yeah,
balanced.
It's already balanced.
All right. Okay. So one hint. So if you have CaOH twice like this in brackets, this basically is you have an atom of calcium and 2 of OH is attached to it. So OH as a unit is attached, OH as a unit is attached. So OH twice, so subscript mein hai matlab there's 2 of oxygen and 2 of hydrogen. 2 oxygen plus 2 hydrogen. That's what it represents. So when you're balancing it, you have to count the number of atoms, right? So this is how you would count it. So LHS mein number of oxygen, calcium oxide say there's 1 oxygen and water say there's 1 oxygen, total 2. And yahan pe bhi, because of the subscript 2, this 2 brackets mein hai, that's why it applies to all the atoms between the brackets. So there's 2 of oxygen. Okay, next. All right, this is before we get to endothermic reaction, can you give me an example of exothermic reaction that is happening inside or in living organisms?
It's respiration.
Respiration
Why is respiration exothermic? Dhruv?
gives out
Yes, it gives up energy. And
Like respiration में कौन सा reaction हो रहा है because of which energy is released?
yes, glucose in the form of pyruvate is
Oxidation.
broken down to get energy. That heat is also
Close. Can anyone, like, does anyone know the exact reaction that's taking place?
Miss glucose, that is C6H12O6
Uh-huh.
plus oxygen 6O2.
Hmm.
Then that gives out carbon dioxide 6CO2 plus water plus energy.
Very good. Cool. So respiration mein what you're doing is whatever you eat is turned into glucose C6H12O6. Now glucose is fuel because this, when you breathe in oxygen, that oxygen is used to break down this glucose. Iska bhi pura process hai that Dhruv was talking about, pyruvate and all that I'm not too sure of. But yeah, so oxygen is used to break this down. In dono ke beech mein, when oxygen molecules hit glucose, there's reaction taking place and this breaks down into carbon dioxide and water. That is the reason you breathe out carbon dioxide. So you breathe in oxygen, you take you like this reaction happens, then you take that energy to like move, to speak, to think, do all your activities, and byproduct carbon dioxide is released and water is released. That's why you have to, this is like water that you pee out. Okay. And in this process, there's energy released in the form of ATP. So because this is a chemical reaction that results in liberation of energy, respiration is considered an exothermic reaction. Okay, that's an important bit. Let me know if someone wants to make note of it. Otherwise, I'll go forward. Mansi, you said photosynthesis. Can you explain how or why?
Ma'am, it's again the same thing, right?
What's happening during photosynthesis?
And photosynthesis, oxygen is released.
And
Uh-huh.
energy is released too, na?
Is energy released during photosynthesis?
No.
Yes, no. Dhruv, yeah, you have your hand
I said
raised.
photosynthesis is actually endothermic. Sunlight is used up as a form of energy.
Yeah.
So
So photosynthesis में ये reverse reaction हो रहा है. Photosynthesis is opposite of respiration. Photosynthesis में plants take carbon dioxide, water, then they use sunlight. So energy is required to put it back in the form of glucose. Yeah. So because it is absorbing energy, photosynthesis cannot take place without energy. So that would be an example of endothermic reaction.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, don't get confused there. Cool. Now, photosynthesis is an example of endothermic reaction that's taking place in living organisms. Yeah, Aditya?
Ma'am, after we have written the two definitions of endothermic and exothermic, do you have to write anything?
Give the examples. Did you work out the balancing of this equation?
Yeah.
Yeah. So note down these examples. That would be important. Yeah. Another equation is another reaction that is endothermic that you can observe in the laboratory is when you dissolve ammonium chloride in water. So this gives ammonium hydroxide and HCl ions in the solution. So when ammonium chloride is dissolved in water, the temperature of the solution drops on its own. Like you're not putting it in the freezer, you're not doing anything. But when you do this particular reaction, you can see that suddenly the beaker is getting chilly. And there is people have, if you put a thermometer in it, you can see what happens to the temperature. But yeah, so this is ammonium chloride and thermometer to measure your obviously initial temperature. Are you guys able to see? Oh yeah, as soon as he adds the water, can you see what is happening in the thermometer?
Just
The
drop
mercury
it.
is going down.
Mercury is
temperature is
dropping down
decreasing.
to 0. Just
Yeah. So that is because in order for this ammonium chloride and water ka reaction to take place, it takes energy from the surroundings, from the thermometer itself. And if you touch the beaker, it is cold to touch because it absorbs all the heat energy. Yeah, so that's why this is an example of endothermic reaction.
Can you show the video again?
Again, sure. Do you want to see it in full screen?
No, I'm okay.
Okay. So you can see this line here. So it's gone down to almost freezing. It's close to 0 here. Almost like 4 or 5 degrees Celsius. And the more you stir it, the more it falls because more reaction is taking place. Now it's gone to 0.
Miss, what does it form?
The reaction, I'll write it down. So ammonium is NH4, chloride is Cl, plus water is H2O, gives ammonium hydroxide NH4OH plus HCl. How many of you guys have started the chapter on acids and bases?
In
Ma'am,
my
we-
school, it
I
started.
Started.
Okay, have you guys,
Good girl.
did you guys talk about neutralization reaction?
Yes, ma'am.
No.
No? Okay.
No, utilization is not started yet.
Okay. Okay, so this is the reaction. Like, do you guys want to balance it?
I think it's balanced.
Yeah, it's balanced
Yeah.
once again.
Go.
Yes, it is balanced.
Ma'am, and we have 1 atom of N, 6 atom of H, and
Mhm.
1 atom of Cl,
Yeah,
and 1 atom of
also
O2.
one.
Oh,
cool. Balanced. Good.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So this is endothermic reaction. Examples. Real life में जो होता है, that is photosynthesis, and laboratory में अगर दिखाना है तो this is one of the examples.
Ma'am,
How
but
many-
ammonia, sorry, hydrochloric acid, when we touch its beaker, it is little warm, right? Whereas it is formed from ammonium chloride and water only.
Like, no, it depends on the temperature of HCl. Usually when you add acids to water, like directly when you're diluting an acid, that is slightly exothermic, yes. Whether you're going to feel it depends on a lot of factors. It depends on the external temperature. It depends on how much of HCl, how much of water you took. So
Okay.
yeah. And that's the reason I asked if you guys talked about neutralization reaction, because neutralization is usually exothermic, and what's happening here is the other reverse reaction, which is why it ended up as an endothermic reaction. Like that. Okay.
ma'am, I have
Alright.
written something in chat.
Yeah, I'll check it. I mean, I'm in the middle of a class, right? So I'll check
No,
it
I
once
was
class
just
is
saying.
over. ठीक है, awesome. But you were following along what we were discussing, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've completed everything.
ठीक है. What? I was asking, how many of you guys have seen fireflies? Either in real life or in like images. How many of you know about fireflies, what they do? Netri, Puneet, Aditya, Mansi, Elena, Bhavika, Vasudha. Okay. They're very pretty, right? Tanisha. Okay. So what is the speciality of fireflies?
At
They glow
night,
or give out
like-
light at night.
They light up the place.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can see them as this thing. Anirban, yeah, I'm talking about Jugnu. Yes. You can call them
Ma'am, their
glowworms.
end lights up.
Yeah, their end, yes, the backside, their bodies light up. So
Yeah.
how do you think they're producing that light? What is happening in fireflies? Like, why can't humans do that? Why are we not lighting up? Ever thought of that?
they flutter their wings very fast, giving off energy.
No, it's not like it's not a arc because of their friction or whatever. So inside their bodies, they have a specific hormone or an enzyme, like they have a specific chemical. So this also doesn't happen all the time. Like this happens only when it's like their mating season. So when this particular enzyme interacts with a particular hormone that is released only during a particular season, like you can't observe fireflies all the time. It usually happens during summer or early rains, like when it's not extreme monsoon but around June, July-ish. So during that they release some hormones in their bodies. When this interacts with that enzyme, that is an exothermic reaction that produces, like that liberates energy in the form of light. Okay, so that particular case of that particular case of reaction is called bioluminescence. So bio, because it happens in like living things, biological creatures, it's a biological process. Luminescence matlab lighting, like luminous bodies are bodies that give out light. So luminescence is bioluminescence is the phenomenon where living creatures give out light due to a chemical process inside their bodies. So this can be observed in a particular, like fireflies is one example. In a particular algae also you can see this. So, I mean, obviously you guys are on Instagram. If there's any travel page that you're following on Instagram, you can see the image of beaches in the night, right? Like with blue color light. I'll show it to you guys. Maybe that'll be familiar. Hawaii, like near the Pacific Ocean, this is pretty common. California, Hawaii, all these places.
Miss, it
Yeah.
was fireflies and algae, right?
Algae, yeah. There's a specific species of algae. Not all algae can do this. Yeah. So they live in certain parts of the world, and this is like a popular tourist attraction also. So the beach, like these waves light up because of the presence of, you know, those particular species of algae that have bioluminescence. Is there in Maldives, Southern California also, that's there. Yeah. Netri is saying, yeah, even anglerfish produces light. Yeah, deep sea mein anglerfish also produces light. So all of these
Ma'am, even
animals,
in India.
they have. India may be
They
here.
have
Huh?
it, and even
Oh yeah, beaches in India. I'm sure there must be some. Dekhna padega. But yeah, the specific algae that do this. So yeah, so whenever you find animals producing light on their own, that's because of this phenomenon called bioluminescence. That's nothing but a chemical reaction inside their bodies. Okay. All right. Next comes, so based on energy, you had exothermic, endothermic. Now, based on how the reactants and products, like what is the pattern of reactants and products, you have 4 sets of reactions. The first one is combination reactions. So write down the definition. These types of reactions, understanding them is very easy. All you need to do is pay attention to the meaning of the word. Ki word ka meaning kya hai? Like what word is there? And that's like a big clue. That makes it easy. Okay. So reactions in which two or more substances combine to form a single product. So नाम में ही है combination. Combination का मतलब combining. Combination
Combining,
is
sir.
coming from combining. Now, what do you mean by the word combining? English word combining.
Mixing
React.
or
Mixing or yeah, Mansi?
Like putting two things together.
Correct.
Reacting together.
Reacting like reacting does not necessarily means combining, right? Like sometimes when things react, like glucose is like breaking apart. So combination specifically in this context, combining, matlab joining together. So wherever you see that two things are combining to form one thing, that is the most important part of combination. Two or more things combine to form a single product. So RHS may you need to have many things. Sorry, LHS may you need to have many things. RHS may there needs to be only one thing. It means that whatever many things are there, they all joined to form only one thing. So that's a combination reaction. Okay. Example, combustion of carbon is combination. Why is combustion of carbon combination reaction? Raghav?
Give us in
Raghav? Oh, Raghav gotten disconnected. Okay, yeah, Netri.
it's combination reaction because carbon and oxygen are combining to form one product, which is carbon dioxide.
Yes, absolutely. Nice. So if you see that there's multiple things, two or three things on LHS, all of them are joining together to form only one thing here. So that's combination. So similarly, combustion of magnesium, when magnesium burns in air, this is combination. Combustion of copper, when copper burns in air, that's combination. Slaking of lime. Why is slaking of lime combination? Can you send me the reaction of slaking of lime? Send it on chat. Yeah. Nethri, yes, that is the product. Reaction में क्या हो रहा है? Puneet, yes, correct. Anirban, yes, that was an example of exothermic reaction, but abhi hum पढ़ रहे combination, right? So if you remember the reaction, like reaction में क्या हो रहा है? Send that. Rishita, yes. Ritvik, yes. Ritvik, you missed the beginning part of the class, but reaction में हमेशा वो arrow mark होना चाहिए. Because that's the whole point of a reaction. We're saying what is turning into what. So that arrow mark needs to be there. Netri, no, calcium oxide is combining with what? Not with hydrogen. Elena, correct. Mansi, correct. Abhishek, yes. Jasmine, correct. Neki, correct. Anirban, yes, that is the reaction. Yes. Ha, now you got it, Netri. Adityamra, yes, correct. Absolutely. Nice, good stuff, Nikki. So slaking of lime, you're slaking lime, and lime, quick lime is CaO. Slaking matlab we are just mixing it in water to give CaOH twice. Okay. All right. Then preparation of water, preparation of HCl, preparation of ammonia, all of them are combination because two things are combining to give one thing. Mansi, do you? Okay. Next, decomposition reaction. Reaction in which single reactant decomposes into two or more product called decomposition. That's called decomposition because things are decomposing. Now, what do you mean by decomposing?
Breakdown or simpler products are formed.
Yes. Decomposing is breaking down. So when living things decompose, they break down into like soil and stuff. Chemical terms may you have a big compound like glucose or something that breaks down. So that, yeah, that decomposes into smaller products. So decomposing, in order to break down, like compounds need energy to split into other substances. One point, just keep in mind, it will help a lot. Bonds literally equal to energy. Okay. So when, or wait, or no, that's like a wrong equivalence. But basically, when bonds form, the atoms are more stabilized and energy is released. So let's put it this way. When bonds form, energy is released. That's why your combustion reaction, carbon or oxygen ke beech mein bonds are being formed. So that's an example of exothermic reaction. A lot of heat light is released. Magnesium plus oxygen, there's a bond forming between magnesium and oxygen. Energy is released in the form of that flame. So when bonds are forming, more bonds are forming between atoms, that means energy is released. And when bonds break, you need to give energy to break bonds. Okay. So that is why decomposition reaction may, you're literally breaking the bond between atom. So you're going to break all of these to produce like simpler products. Because you're breaking bonds, you need energy to split that compound into other substances. So more often than not, decomposition reactions are usually endothermic. So if you need examples of endothermic other than the ammonium chloride wala reaction, you can pick any of these decomposition reactions. They're all endothermic because you're providing energy for the reaction to happen. Okay. So energy can be provided in the form of heat. Then it's called thermal decomposition. Again, we have the word thermal. Thermal because heat, say we are decomposing. Light is photochemical decomposition. As long as you have the word photo, it is light related. Light related chemical decomposition. That's what it means. Or photolysis. Lysis word also means breaking down. So when you're breaking things down with electricity, it's called electrolysis. So electricity, electro se, your lysis, like you're breaking it down. Okay. So electrolysis is decomposition with electricity. Decomposition that's breaking down with electricity. Okay. So note this down. These may come as specific definitions. Define and give an example of thermal decomposition, or define and give an example of photochemical decomposition. So whenever you have that, ye wala definition jo hai, that gets modified. So when like the reactions in which a single reactant decomposes into 2 or more products using light energy or using heat energy or using electricity is called whatever specific category it is.
This we can directly write out the decomposition reactions which are carried out by heat is called thermal, or like whether marks with
You
that.
you can. So if you've already talked about decomposition pehle and then these are like the examples or types of decomposition, then it's fine. But if it's asked independently, better to just give an example or describe decomposition itself. Netri, did you have the same doubt?
No, ma'am, I had a different doubt. Just a minute, I'll unmute again. I am having some issue.
Okay. Let me know when you guys are done and ready. I'll proceed forward with the reactions.
done.
Ma'am,
Yep.
do you have to write the first statement? Compounds usually need energy to split.
Up to you. Focus on the definitions. If you want to make a note of it, you can write it.
Yeah, ma'am. I wanted to ask that suppose we are writing like carbon dioxide, so C2 plus O2 equal to CO2, then it would be combination. But if we write it as CO2 equal to C2 plus O2, then it would become decomposition. Is it
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that is correct. Minor correction is carbon exists as C. You don't write it as C2. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Ritvik, Amay, Jasmine are all done. Aditya is done. Mansi written. Puneet is
Yes,
done.
ma'am.
Harika is done. Okay. Dhruv is done. Ryan also written. Okay. Okay. Cool. Next. So example for each case, thermal decomposition is you have decomposition of limestone. Limestone is calcium carbonate. That word again, lime. So calcium carbonate, if you heat calcium carbonate, it decomposes into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. In fact, it is the property of most like the carbonates of that particular group to decompose into oxide plus carbon dioxide. Copper carbonate also decomposes as copper oxide plus carbon dioxide. But here you go, like I will show you the reaction. This is a slightly longish reaction. So the setup is that you have this test tube. The white powder here is calcium carbonate. So that's solid state. So once, and you can see that this test tube is all sealed up with a stopper. The only outlet, whatever air, anything inside this test tube has, is to go through this tube, this L bent tube. So lime water, he's taken a bit of lime water and put it in the test tube. If you remember, lime water is calcium hydroxide. So heating calcium carbonate, and you can see that there's bubbles here. So initially, because you're heating the test tube, not just calcium carbonate, but the air inside also gets heated up. So that hot air is what is like escaping first. But slowly, as you let this calcium carbonate get to that temperature and let it heat up, eventually the reaction will take place, and you can see that there is a gas that's going to come from here. So the gas that is given out is carbon dioxide. I showed you the equation. Now, how do you know that it's carbon dioxide? What is the test for carbon dioxide?
Means it turns
in
lime
lime.
water milky.
Huh. Effervescence will just tell you that it's a gas. We don't know what gas it is. But carbon dioxide is special that it turns lime water milky. So that shows that it is carbon dioxide. Okay. So he's like holding the burner so that the reaction takes place. I'll just forward it, this passage of time. So can you see that what is happening to the solution in this test tube?
Just
Yeah,
turning it
yes,
little
ma'am.
whitish.
Milky or translucent.
It's become translucent. It's gotten the whitish shade to it. So that means that there's tiny amount of carbon dioxide that's come in, and that's causing the change in color over here.
Ma'am,
Yep.
ma'am, I had a query that when we are making the arrow and we have to present heat, we
Mhm.
always have to write heat, or we have to make the triangle thing.
Both are valid,
symbol.
either or. You can either put triangle or you can write heat.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's a reaction. So when limestone is heated, it decomposes into quicklime, that's CaO, and carbon dioxide. This can be tested by passing through lime water. You're passing it again through CaOH twice, which turns milky. Now, what is the reason? Why does lime water turn milky when carbon dioxide is passed through it? Note down the equation for sure, yeah. And then you can note down the
Noted,
test
ma'am.
for CO2. Now, Mansi is asking, do you have to note this? So yeah. But yeah, like what is the reaction that is taking place, which is causing lime water to turn milky?
Carbon is being added.
I mean, you're passing CO2 through it. So what are the reactants in this case?
Carbon, oxygen.
And calcium.
I mean, those are the elements. But if I want to write an equation iske liye, what substances am I taking? Like what are the raw materials I'm taking?
We're
Or-
taking calcium carbonate.
Calcium
Plus
hydroxide. Yeah. And what else is going into the calcium hydroxide?
Water.
Water, theek hai, like that's a solution we're taking. So this will be aqueous.
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide. So this is aqueous plus carbon dioxide. That's what we are blowing into this thing, right? That's what the gas is going into the test tube. So the reaction that takes place here is the carbon dioxide gets added to the calcium compound. So what is formed is a solution of calcium carbonate, CaCO3 plus H2O. So now calcium carbonate is insoluble. So you can see that it's insoluble. Like in case you have chalk piece at home, just make it powdery. Like you can use a knife, you can like smash it, like basically make chalk powder and try mixing it in water. It won't dissolve at all because it's insoluble. So the transparent is turning into white is because this is soluble. So this is transparent. Formation of calcium carbonate this is getting precipitated out. It is insoluble, it is precipitated out, and chalk piece is white. So that is the reason why this change happens. Rishita has actually answered it. Very good. Gives out calcium carbonate, which is a white precipitate that makes the water milky. Absolutely right. Very concisely put. Very nice.
Miss,
Yeah.
below CaOH2, you have written transparent, right?
Yeah. This is, yeah, I've written transparent. Write it clearly. So this is transparent. CaCO3 turns milky because it precipitates out. So this becomes white in color. So white precipitate. Okay.
Okay.
So this particular video also shows the decomposition of copper carbonate. I will share this video with you guys, the playlist with you guys, so you can watch it. It's a 6-minute long video. You can watch it in your own time. Next, another example of thermal decomposition is decomposition of lead nitrate. Noting, like paying attention to the colors is really, really important because you will get application based questions. So it'll be of the form, a compound X on heating, or you can say a white compound X on heating, it was observed to leave behind a yellow solid and liberate brown fumes. Identify X and the yellow solid and the brown fumes. So you need to recognize what are the colors of all these compounds and what will undergo this reaction. So pay attention to, like, observe the colors, pay attention to what is happening, where gas is released, where effervescence is there, all these little visual cues. Okay. That's the reason I'm sharing the playlist also. Keep watching the videos, learn more about these compounds. So lead nitrate ka formula, lead is Pb and nitrate is NO3. Lead ka valency is +2. So lead nitrate is PbNO3 taken twice. This on heating gives lead oxide plus NO2 plus O2. So I'll show you what happens in the equation. So lead nitrate is a white color salt. It's just like your table salt. So you take a clean dry test tube and heat lead nitrate. So slowly as the reaction takes place, the decomposition happens. Can you see what's happening inside the test tube?
The
Colors
color is
change.
changing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It turns into yellow.
So these are all brown fumes. The yellow is not very visible because it's like really bright and really far away, but you can see the brown fumes here. Along with that,
Yeah.
there's another gas also coming. So they'll test what gas it is. So they took a glowing splinter, like it's not lit, it is glowing, and on keeping it inside, it lit up again. So that shows the presence of oxygen. So now they'll show you each changes. So white, when it is heated, so this has turned yellow in color. So the yellow is because of lead oxide. So lead oxide is yellow in color. Okay, and yeah,
Ma'am, Pb is lead, right?
yeah. So as a hint, like for any question that you get, lead compounds are usually yellow in color. So all of the lead compounds, if you see, they're either yellow or red. Whenever it's in +2 oxidation state, whenever the valency is +2, like in lead oxide, more often than not, it is yellow in color. So lead iodide also, later on we'll see, it is a yellow precipitate. So whenever something is yellow, automatically your mind should go to, oh, could it be lead compound. Okay. NO2 is brown color gas, is nitrogen dioxide. So whenever you see brown fumes, map it to nitrogen dioxide. Brown color liquid is bromine, but that you will not come across that often. Brown gas is usually nitrogen dioxide. And remember the test for oxygen, test for carbon dioxide, test for hydrogen. This will help you identify what gas it is. And as always, is this equation balanced?
No.
No, ma'am.
Okay, balance it and send it. Puneet has already sent it. I'm verifying it. And yeah, you're right, Puneet. Balanced, correct. 2 plus. No, wait, it is. Yeah, it is balanced, correct.
And how is it balanced?
No, the answer Puneet sent is balanced. The rest of you also balance it and send it out.
Class is still 5 today or 5:30?
5. Usually it's 3 to 5 only, right? I mean, if you guys don't mind staying, yeah, we can do it till 5:30. But yeah, usually it's till 5. Vasudha, check the number
Ma'am.
of. Okay. Check the number of oxygens, Vasudha.
Ma'am, I'm not getting how to balance it right now.
Jasmine, check the number of nitrogens. That part is not balanced. Bhavika got it correct. Okay. Go step by step, you guys. This has a lot of compounds, so a lot of atoms, so that's a little. Anirban, no, not completely.
Not able
balanced.
to. I'm just not able to balance oxygen. Otherwise, everything else is balanced.
Lead is
See,
okay.
yeah.
Nitrogen, how many nitrogens on LHS and how many on the RHS?
On
Uh,
LHS, we have 2
and on RHS.
हाँ 2. तो यहाँ पे भी 2 बनाने के लिए this will be 2 nitrogen. ठीक है. अभी oxygen. This is balanced, so I'll take this off. How many oxygens here? यहाँ पे कितने oxygens है total? 6. And how many oxygens over here?
7.
3.
Huh?
Yeah, 7.
2. So 2 2s are 4 plus 2 6 plus 1 7. है ना?
7.
So usually when there is one side odd number, one side even number.
Ma'am, we can put two on the left hand side.
Yeah. So यहाँ पे you need to put 2 because no matter what you do to this or this, it's always going to be odd as long as this is there. But over here, because this 2 is there, यहाँ पे this number is always going to be even. So इसलिए, if we multiply this side by 2, then we have an even number. 2 into 1 2 and 2 into 2 4, and यहाँ पे oxygen O2 is anyway 2. So this is going to make it 2 plus 4 6 6 plus 2 8 oxygens है इधर, but यहाँ पे 6 ही है. Another thing happened because this is lead oxide. Abhi lead has become 2,
2.
which means
Yeah.
that यहाँ पे हमको 2 से multiply करना पड़ेगा to balance the lead. But this disturbs nitrogen again. So already there were 2 nitrogens. Multiplying at 2 made it 4. So यहाँ पे भी to make it 4, instead of 2 write 4 over here. So now let's see oxygen का क्या हाल है. How many oxygens on this side?
12.
12. How many oxygens on this side?
12.
Yeah. 2 plus 4 twos are 8. 2 plus 8, 10 plus 2 is 12. Awesome. Our lead is also balanced. Nitrogen is also balanced. Oxygen is also balanced. Okay. So this is how you figure it out. Like take it step by step. Once something gets disturbed, don't be afraid. See what else you can do to set it right. This will take a lot of trial and error. So practice sehi, you will be able to master this thing. The more balancing you do, the more you start seeing patterns coming up. Yeah. उससे आसान हो जाएगा. All right. Next we have photochemical and we have electrolysis, right? So you guys want to continue this tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes,
de-
ma'am.
Continue tomorrow.
so decomposition, displacement, फटाफट खत्म कर लेते हैं. These are like simple enough, more in the visuals. Then we'll try and spend more time on oxidation reduction because that's another important. It's slightly confusing also, that concept. Okay. Okay. I'll share this PPT and the playlist with you guys. Watch those reactions, make your observations. I've told you what to look out for. Look at the color of the compounds, color of the gases, how they're behaving and all that. So those kind of details are important. It'll help you answer questions, application-based questions. Okay. Cool. All right. I'll see you guys
Also
tomorrow.
share the playlist of that YouTube one. Playlist
Yes,
of
I'll
YouTube.
send it. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you, ma'am.
No problem.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Bye.
ma'am. Bye, ma'am.